was just a little boy, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be handsome? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Kay said I, whatever will be, the future's not ours.
Jealousy because of the way I look, and sort of because of their own look. They don't want to do anything with their own selves, sort of around that. But a lot of comments are good too. Just that a lot of different things with drugs and cigarettes and alcohol, which I've quit now for 3.5 years. When someone doesn't like me and I try to make them like me, I don't like when someone doesn't.
No, I'm out in the streets at the moment, yeah.
Have you experienced drugs or alcohol?
No. Mine was a mixture of a bunch of things, but part of it was I deal with anxiety and depression, which mucks up with jobs and stuff and that, and so that sort of steamrolled into me ending up on the streets.
Do you feel safe on the street?
Safe-ish. I'm smart enough about it, where I am and that, so I'm pretty safe, yeah. But I wouldn't recommend it for anybody else. Yeah, I've been alright. I don't get that too much because I'm not, you see a lot of other homeless people, not all homeless, but some homeless people will be sitting there and they'll ask you for money or something, like ask you for help. And then you're going to get the occasional person who goes, piss off, go get a job, whatever. Because I do the busking, the painting, I'm not saying, hey, can you give me some money? So I don't get that. People are generally pretty nice.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
Good question. I have no real idea. Hopefully doing the art and just being an artist. Hopefully out of the street by then, yeah.
Have you ever had troubles at home with your parents and stuff like that?
No, they've actually been very good. Again, it's more down to myself and my depression and anxiety. They've always been supportive and good behind that. Now I mean, I'm 40, so they're retired and, yeah, living their quiet little life, so I try not to stress them out too much about it.
Do you ever feel sorry for yourself?
Sure, yeah, everybody does, but you got to get over that. If you do that, you'll never get off the streets. That's the thing. If you start living that sort of life. So.
Do you love yourself and who you have become?
I'm getting that way. I definitely think for about 40 years I wasn't the greatest person in the world, to myself or to other people, and I'm slowly moving in a better direction, I think, starting to like myself.
I think the biggest misconception about homelessness is?
There's a lot, and it depends on where you're talking about. If you're talking about, say, in a city like Melbourne, in a West Coast country, the biggest misconception is they think that most of them don't care, they just want to live on the streets and just druggies. But actually 80% of your homeless here in Melbourne are mental health issues, which leads into drugs and that at times, but a lot of it is that they're not getting the help they need for the mental health issues.
What was the turning point that put you on the street?
Again, there was a few things. It wasn't just one big thing. It's a rolling stone from where I was. It happened, you could actually literally say it happened over like 2, 3, 4 years, and just slowly things happening and mounting and all that. Yeah, just you're losing jobs, they're not able to pay rent, you're moving in with friends, so various things over time. There wasn't any one big thing.
What education did you have?
I went to high school, finished high school, and then went to TAFE and did some fine arts courses and all that, so I got diplomas and that.
Are your meals regular?
Yeah, because I busk every day, paid every day, I Generally, it's like a job now for me. The only thing I really can't afford, not quite yet, is rent. Everything else is pretty normal for me, so it's clothes and food and all.
Do you feel supported by society?
I do, but again, I'm sort of, I'm a little bit different from most homeless people. I think a lot of other homeless people have problems with society and the way they're treated. No, but it's the problem I'm seeing. It's more we're fighting the aspect of homelessness, like helping people once they're homeless. What we're having is the issues that make people homeless, and we're not sorting them out. And like I said, mental health illness is one of the big ones, and we've got nothing set up for that. If your family's not helping you with getting your medication and getting you treated right, nobody else is. There's nobody out there sorting out. So if you wander down and you chat to somebody, I guarantee you, most of them will say they deal with some sort of mental health issue and they're not getting any of their medication. Again, it's different, but partially it's the fear. We're told that, you know, if you're a homeless person, it's usually down to drugs, and drugs entails violence. So you assume that if somebody's a drug addict, they're going to be violent, which can be the case, but we just assume that of all the homeless people. So. Honestly, it goes all, just like all my money does now, goes straight into buying art supplies, canvases, and renting areas to put on exhibitions. So that's where all that go to. Yeah, absolutely. I always say hello. A lot of people come up to me asking me, I've always wanted to speak to a homeless man, I wasn't sure how to go about it, and I always say, well, you do what I do, which is you go up and say hi first, and you have a chat with them. After that, you see what happens. I mean, they could be a nice person, you chat with them a bit longer, or they could be a real evil bugger, and you just go, okay, nice meeting you, you walk away, just like anybody else. Well, you certainly, you start seeing the best of people and the worst of people, so you're seeing the extremes maybe a little bit more. So I've seen the real kindness from people, and I've taken that away with me. Well, I'm becoming a little bit nicer than that to people and stuff. So yeah, that's probably the big one.
Your biggest piece of advice to someone who's in a hard time?
You gotta talk. You gotta talk. So we still have, unfortunately, mental health issues are still considered a taboo subject, and we're still really nervous about talking. We're getting better as a society, but we're still really nervous about talking about it. If you had cancer, you went to a doctor and you found out you got cancer, first thing you do is you go and you tell your family, and everybody starts talking about it, you hug it out, you cry about it. If you go to a doctor and you find out you have depression, first thing you do is you go home and you have a drink or something, and you don't tell anybody. You sort of just start crying, you lock yourself in the room. And that's the worst thing you can do. You got to talk to me, especially with mental health issues. You got to get out there. Well, I'm a very different person because, again, because I dealt with anxiety and depression my whole life, and I didn't talk about it. I bottled it up and kept it, and I put that fake smile on my face. So I wasn't happy, and I also did what everybody expected me to do, like family would go, okay, so you get a job, you get a house, and I felt this, even though there wasn't, I felt this pressure of having to conform to what everybody wanted me to do. And then becoming homeless and doing the art again, I suddenly realized, hey, it's my life. I can do what I want, do what I want, and just relax. So now I'm a lot more chilled out, relaxed, a lot happier.
When I was just a little boy, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be handsome? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Kay said I, whatever will